Hi guys, Jessie here, and welcome back to my Star Wars Rebels reaction series. Today we are moving on to Season 2. So yeah, I found Season 1 to actually be super enjoyable. I had a really fun time with the series as a whole. I have fallen in love with basically every character on the Ghost crew so far, especially Hera though. And while Season 1 had been fairly episodic for the most part, I fell in love with the characters so much that it actually was entirely enjoyable, because I just liked watching the characters do things. Based on Season 1, I think my favorite characters so far are Hera and Kanan. Hera's just a hell of a pilot and the best mom friend anyone can ask for. And I love seeing what Jedi do after Order 66, so I just kind of love Kanan's story so far. And him coming to grips with trying to train a Padawan when he's not sure his training was even complete. And Kanan has the most fleshed out backstory out of all the characters except Ezra. And considering how many of my friends told me that they found Ezra super annoying, I found him fairly enjoyable as a character. I mean, he obviously has a long way to go before he's Jedi material, but you have to start somewhere to show the growth. So he's not my favorite character, but I'm the most interested in seeing his journey and seeing where he ends up by the end of the season and the series. Sabine and Zeb are the two that we didn't really get a lot of information about. We have hints about their backstory, but we never had like super focused episodes on them so far. But like I said, I also love them because everyone in the show has very strong personalities from the get-go. They're all very interesting. But yeah, Season 1 left off with the introduction of two not-so-new characters to the Star Wars universe, but two new characters for the Star Wars Rebels show. We were introduced to Ahsoka, and I am so excited that she's actually in this show. And also, Vader is making his way into this show, because the Inquisitor couldn't do his job, so apparently they're bringing in the big guns, which should be fun. And after thinking about Vader's introduction into Star Wars Rebels, I'm wondering if he's going to be an enemy for the Ghost crew and Kanan and Ezra, or is he being brought in as like a ringer so Ahsoka has someone to fight? Because I had that thought of what is the most angsty thing that the show could do with Vader. I was also wondering what Ahsoka is going to be doing in the show, because besides the cool reveal, I have a feeling that she's going to be sticking around, because you don't have that big epic reveal and mystery around Ahsoka and just have her piss off. She is one of the few characters who is actually very trained in lightsaber combat and military tactics, so you kind of have to have her go up against someone powerful, which was why in the final season of Clone Wars they had her fight Maul. So, are we gonna maybe get an angsty Vader and Ahsoka lightsaber battle? The fact that those two characters are now in the same show together, I have a feeling that there's going to be some sadness around that, because Ahsoka doesn't know that Anakin's Vader, right? Because Ahsoka should not know Anakin's Vader, unless she learned something in between Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. She probably thinks Anakin's dead, or died in Order 66. So at this point there's so much angst potential, now that these two characters are together in the same show again. I feel like it would be a waste if they didn't clash at some point. But yeah, that being said, I'm super excited to get into Season 2, so let's just go ahead and jump into Season 2, Episode 1. Again, they're just in the middle of the firefight again. Beginning of the episode. Always happens.
Making for the freighter. Keep the ties off our back.
Split formation, Phoenix 2. We'll cut across their axis.
Oh. So is this a bit of a time skip?
Save some for the rest of us.
Because now they seem to be actually a part of and working with more rebel cells.
I wouldn't mind getting my feet back on solid ground for a while.
Come on, Zeb. Where's your sense of adventure?
Phantom, I'm moving into position. Cargo is liberated. Spectre 2, you're clear for pickup.
Oh, no.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, Terabet!
These guys are never not in trouble.
Zed, get ready to pull those containers aboard.
Almost in range. Anytime, Zeb. Come on. Yes. Gotcha.
He's basically just playing a claw machine game
Accomplished.
with much higher stakes. I've always loved the city of Lothal's design.
I've exhausted every resource to find information about the rebels, but there is nothing to be found. What more does Governor Tarkin expect?
He expects Lothal to be punished, Minister Tor. His own Star Destroyer was demolished by these rebels. He takes that somewhat personally.
Yeah, now it's your head on the line.
Checkpoints, established curfews. I honestly
You fuck up, you
don't
die
know
in
what
this.
else to do.
Perhaps that is the problem. You lack imagination, Minister, when it comes to producing results.
If the rebels have left Lothal, then
If the rebels have left, then we must draw them back. And if they
Don't
are
try to
here,
reason with Vader, that's
we
not
must
gonna go
draw
well.
them out. We will squeeze Lothal until someone reveals the whereabouts of these traitors.
I'm sorry, my lord. I am merely a public official. I have no experience with such brutal tactics.
You can explain that to Governor Tarkin when you visit him.
Visit him?
He expects you tomorrow.
Oh, Vader loves that dramatic
Or failure.
cape twirl.
But I'm needed here. I couldn't possibly get away.
Not to worry, Minister. Vader and I will manage your absence.
That was such a villain exit. Oh, girl fucked, though.
Fuel acquired in your convoy attacks has helped keep us one step ahead of Imperial patrols.
Thank you, Commander Sato.
It's so nice just to see Ahsoka here.
The shipment was wrong. Perhaps with your next attack, Hera.
What is the meaning of this?
An incoming transmission. Who from, Chop? Why don't you just play it?
Hey, it's old Joe.
Oh, he's the barkeep, isn't he?
But I can hear you, my friends. Time is short, and there's someone here desperate to speak with you.
Minister Tua.
Can't trust her. She's an Imperial.
My life is in danger. I need you to give me safe passage off Lothal.
You're not really considering this.
Quiet.
I assure you my intentions are sincere. To prove it, I will trade secret Imperial information.
She's telling the truth. I can sense her fear. Yeah, but of what?
I like the fact that Ezra still has the scar.
A list of rebel sympathizers on Lothal.
I like the continuity
and
there.
other nearby systems.
Well, I guess we're on our way back to Lothal.
I guess we are.
It's all on Lothal.
What's with you? Do you have any idea how inappropriate that was?
Actually, no, I don't.
You can't just tell Chopper to project a hologram in a secret debriefing without authorization.
Authorization, procedure, that's what's bothering me.
All right. Talk to me.
After this mission, I want us to go back on our own. Fighting alongside soldiers is
That
always-
was a reference to Empire Strikes Back.
You seem to be forgetting
It's the
these soldiers
Leia
helped
Han.
save your life. But it's still the right fight.
I survived one war. I'm not ready for another one. I saw what it did
To the Jedi.
to everyone.
Gosh, you slimy bitch. Fuck you and your mutton chops.
So what's the plan?
Okay, so Minister Tua is scheduled to visit Governor Tarkin tomorrow. She leaves Lothal via shuttle at 1800. We wait at the hangar, steal the shuttle, and take her to safety.
Ezra, I hope you're sure about this.
After all the trouble she's made for us, why should we help her?
Because that's what we do. Help those who can't help
Oh
themselves.
no.
Plus, her list
That's the thing, no one knows Vader's here. So, this plan could go all to shit if, you know, Vader decides to show up.
I didn't
visit.
Do you feel it? I feel so cold.
Oh god, can he feel the dark side from Vader all the way up there?
Well, I'm gonna go make a few friends. When Tua arrives, I'll keep him busy while you all drop into the hangar from above.
Make a few friends.
It'll be fun.
Fun?
Don't worry, General Hera. Just be ready to move.
Oh, I wouldn't be giving Hera sass.
You look familiar.
I'm not that brave.
Here she comes. But she's got company.
What kind of company?
Oh, fantastic. Agent Callus.
Everyone's just done with Callus.
Thank you, Agent Callus, but there is no need for an escort.
Lord Vader asked me to make sure you reach your shuttle safely.
He's enjoying this.
We can't be too careful about security these days.
He's really enjoying this woman getting fucked over by the Empire. That could be you, buddy.
Minister, get to the shuttle. We'll be right behind you. Right. Minister, too.
You did this!
Zeb, we need a pickup now!
Wait, what?
Wait.
Oh! That's too close for comfort. You need to run. She was bait. This went bad so quickly. This went bad.
Everything has happened as you predicted, Lord Vader.
Now inform the populace. The rebel assassins hide in their midst. Lock down the spaceport and make it known. Any ship attempting to leave will be destroyed.
Right away.
Yeah, think we'll find him this time?
We better.
Found me.
He really likes doing that. He's done that so many times, just smash two guys' heads together. What's the point of the helmet if it doesn't work? Oh, this feels like a trap also.
There's a shuttle. What'd I tell you?
You did good. Hera, over here.
Bombs?
Shield generators.
Oh, no.
Military grade. Zeb, Ezra, whatever we can carry. These might help turn us.
I don't trust any of
We can
this.
sure use them.
This feels like a trap. I thought I heard bits of the Imperial March.
Do you feel that?
Vader's here. Better run. That's a cool shot. Oh. No. Okay. So that was season 2, episode 1 of Star Wars Rebels, Siege of Lothal, part 1. Did not realize it was a 2-parter. That's not good. Yeah, they're kind of cornered. And this was clearly a trap set by Vader because he was expecting them. So I don't think they're going to be getting out on that shuttle. Yeah, it is just interesting to see Vader just always be 2 steps ahead of everyone. Because we saw a lot of Anakin as a tactician in the Clone Wars, and how he was like highly regarded for his plans and military strategy. So to see that being used against our main characters, it's a nice reversal, and, you know, keeping in with Anakin's character traits. But yeah, they're gonna kind of need a Hail Mary to show up, because Vader has a lot more power and skill with a lightsaber than the Inquisitor did, and they barely defeated him. And Vader has the biggest power of them all, plot armor. So here's hoping that shuttle works and that they can get the fuck out of there really quick. We saw a little bit of Ahsoka in this episode at the very beginning, but she really didn't do much so far. I'm guessing that they're going to be using Ahsoka sparingly, which makes sense. You don't want it to draw focus away from the other characters. I just kind of wanted to see her more. Yeah, I think her character design transferred well over to the Rebels art style. Yeah, it is just nice to see her looking older with the longer Blanku. Yeah, and also I kind of just assumed, because I was excited for our Rebels to join the wider rebellion, that everyone on the Ghost crew was going to be excited. But apparently Kanan is not super happy about going into another war, which makes sense because he saw what the last war did to everyone. But doing small theft jobs against the Empire really isn't going to change anything. The whole Robin Hood strategy doesn't really work. And if you're going to rebel and actually make some change, you gotta have like a huge united force. But I understand why he doesn't personally want to meddle with any of that. The war from his perspective kind of ruined his entire life. Yeah, and also the Empire continues to be the worst, willing to sacrifice its own people to possibly capture a couple rebels. Yeah, that poor woman was just completely and utter bait to try to get the Ghost crew to come out. And they literally blew her up. Which, Yeah, the Clone Wars makes Anakin's downfall so much sadder, though, because we see how much Anakin cares about his men and the people who work underneath him. And seeing now Vader willing to push a woman to desperation out of fear for her own life to try to contact rebels, and then killing her to make the rebels desperate and luring them into this trap. Oh, Anakin. But no, this was a good setup for not only the season, but also for part 2. So yeah, that was my reaction to Season 2, Episode 1 of Star Wars Rebels, Siege on Lothal, Part 1. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye!